Wow, thank you so much, Vegas Vader. But there's a concern I have, which is the help and the hose. We get right back to the whole problem. Ho, as in double wraparound from the Securities and Exchange Commission? Or is it Securities Exchange Commission? Or is it SEC? As in Sustainable Energy Council? As in, Department of Energy likes to assist the Department of State in laundering things, including in connection with alleged executive orders that only appear for a month and then disappear. Okay. I'm getting okay. My charges weren't about genetic testing. I submitted a document to the senator of the state of Texas requesting an investigation into allegations of trafficking in genetic materials. I also submitted an outline for how a particular pattern of racketeering activity may actually, in effect, be trafficking people's genetic materials. That, however, was not what the actual charges were and the case was. The pattern of racketeering activity I was talking about specifically had to do with distribution of narcotics, or rather, dangerous drugs. And the argument was that acculturating people to patterns of behavior, habituation to patterns of behavior when it came to acquisition, consumption, and distribution of illicit substances could potentially aid and abet other crimes with increasing severity. And that's absolutely what's happened. Now, if at some point somebody decides they want to hijack my case because they have an opportunistic bidding scheme connected to past case law they've hooked up for themselves, either through past litigation that they were involved in prior to getting into public office, or because they were licensed to practice law and had a political position wherein their job as a member of the public trust was to engage litigation, then what that is an act of defrauding the people of the United States of America. And if they refuse to provide me with any legal counsel during this entire time, while trying to make me agree to be a pauper during the time frame within which it's pending, and they instead use my legal filings in order to commit other crimes, then they have also violated the 14th Amendment. There was no reason for me to be illegally characterized as a pauper and denied any capacity to make my own income, just so I could be used to launder illicit finance connected to other people who claim to have legitimate litigious histories. And so if you're going to say anything about how Vegas Vader somehow got access to my case and claimed it for himself, regardless of whatever level he's at, you got to understand, separate jurisdictions, right? And not only that, separate auspices under which contact was made. And if somebody decided that they were going to intentionally sabotage my efforts for due process through the judicial branch in order to opportunistically avail themselves of benefits through the legislative branch and or in the executive branch or with aspirations of the executive branch, then that's another kind of crime. It's called public corruption.